Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by Dope Content and Get the Tables. We are also brought to you by DopeContent.com. We are also live on DopeContent.com as well as YouTube and Twitch. Once again, I am joined by my co-host Tony today. We are live. We got some NFL to talk about. NCAA football, the Final Four has been selected, and we now know what it is. Now we can make our predictions from that and much more. You know what I just thought about, Tony? I didn't even look to see who won this past week.
The NFL game?
Yeah, as far as like the predictions. But what I'm going to do is, as we go over it, I'll have the comments up on one of these screens, and I'll look at the comments as we go over the predictions to see who got them all right. But shout out to Rob for winning last week. He maybe won again. Who knows? If he picked the Saints, I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, man, before we get into it, how's your day going?
It's going fine. How about yourself?
Back to work, busy, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
Not you know. I'm just tired of going to work. That's where I'm at with it now. I'm just tired of going to work. So, especially when I want to just like do this all day. So,
yes.
Yeah, it gets old, man. But once again, we got a busy show today, so we're not here to waste time. But before we get into the show, did I even do my? We might be rusty today. We might be missing out on overlays and intros and all that today. But hey, man, it is. We'll see. Can't promise nothing.
It is what it is. It's all right. We're allowed one of these days.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Dope, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday to Mrs. Dope today. Make sure if you know her or if you follow the streams or however you know her, tell her happy birthday. You can put it in the comment section on YouTube. Leave it on YouTube, really, because she'll be able to see it then. She's at work, so she's not able to watch the Twitch live. So leave the happy birthday comments on YouTube. If you want to cash app her, you can do that too. I'll put the pin up in the chat on YouTube and etc. But even though I told her happy birthday on every other platform, I want to make sure I tell her happy birthday on this too. We alive, so happy birthday.
You gotta be safe, man.
Right.
Gotta be safe.
You gotta be safe. So happy birthday, and let's keep it moving. Deon Sanders is the new coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. Any thoughts?
I'm happy for Deon Sanders. He's worked his tail off to get a high position like this in college football. I know he's getting a lot of backlash from taking this job. Now, I don't really understand why. Can you explain to me why he's getting backlash for accepting the Colorado gig?
This is something that goes on in our community. So it's more of a African American thing, because this happens. It's like they're mad because they felt like, he just used us as a stepping stone to get a bigger job. But the thing is, he told y'all from day one that he was gonna take this J-State job because nobody was offering him anything. Nobody else was giving him a chance. He already said from day one, I'm taking this job. I'm gonna build this program. I'm gonna show the black athletes they can come to HBCU and still be seen. But if I get a Power 5 offer, I'm definitely gonna take a look at it. People are seeming to forget that. Our people are seeming to forget that. So now they just like, he goes up, and now they just once again shitting on the black colleges and saying black colleges is not as good as the other colleges and all that, which they're in their feelings. I get it.
Okay.
They're in their feelings about it, but I'm like, have you been to Jackson, Mississippi? Like, have you been to Jackson State University? Have you been on that campus? And I know the answer for them is no, because they wouldn't be talking like this. The fact that they got Deion to even start with was really a miracle.
Yeah.
Because I've been to Jackson. My grandparents are from Mississippi. And as far as Jackson State, I've been to that campus multiple times because they was recruiting me when I was coming out of high school in the drum line. So I've been to that. It's trash. It's horrible. I get sick every time I'm in Mississippi because the air is so bad out there.
Yeah, I heard that the facilities were really bad, and he was able to upgrade them.
He did,
and change the whole facilities around there. So, if anything, you should be thanking Deon Sanders. I understand you're losing him as a coach, and you might be upset about that, and probably won't get the type of talent that you were getting with him being there now. But to hate on him for taking another gig is a bit ridiculous. You don't see that anywhere else, you know. Teams pick up other coaches all the time. They don't get criticized for leaving. Usually get, oh yeah, I'm happy for him. He's going to a bigger opportunity or this and that. And yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's getting to a bigger opportunity. Who knows what he'll do with Colorado? I mean, I know they're not a very good team. It's going to probably take a while for them to build up to be a top-ranked team in NCAA, but you never know. He's going to definitely get talent to go there and transfer over there. So,
he already got his top 10 players going with him.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see what happens with him and over there in Colorado. But, yeah, I'm happy for Deon. He deserves it. He worked hard.
I'm excited to see what he does in Colorado, especially when he's bringing his son to play quarterback. The number one recruit from last year that he took away from Florida State, Travis Hunter, is already, going. He's already picking up recruits for the 2025 season. He's already flipping top recruits for that season. So, he's making moves just as fast as he did in J-State when he got those people to transfer and all that. And he basically told the Colorado people, hey, the people that's here now, go ahead and hop in that transfer portal.
Yeah, I saw that.
He is up front with it. He say a few of them he'll keep, but for the most part, all of them can really go. He's starting fresh. He's going to do the same thing that he did with J-State. He's going to change the culture around. He's going to bring new uniforms. J-State, by the way, still sponsored by Under Armour, thanks to Deion. Deion said he's going to keep that there so they can still have their new jerseys, they sweats, and everything that they didn't have before Deion got there, because J-State was not well monetized school. If you would have put it like that.
Their field was bad. Their facilities.
Dude, the campus was trash. They updated the campus. They updated the locker room. He did all that in 3 years. Sponsored with Under Armour.
Thanking him. I mean, I understand. I guess I see it on both ways, but man, he shouldn't be getting the hate that he's getting. It's like, damn.
My thing is, if he didn't say from jump what he was doing, then I can understand why he being mad. But he told y'all from jump. People just don't remember that. He told people what it was. I don't know why people thought he was going to stay in. First of all, who wants to stay in Jackson, Mississippi for the rest of their life? If you haven't been, go. And I bet you won't stay there no longer than a day.
And who's to say he didn't want to move up to a Power 5 school eventually? I mean, that's the ultimate goal, is to
his goal was the NFL. School, yeah, his goal was to start at a Power 5 and go to the NFL. But everybody kept bringing up prime prep felon here in Texas, and he didn't have his degree. It was some type of degree that he was supposed to have. And they was like, we're not giving you a chance. We don't care if you're Deion. Nobody gave him a chance. So, yes, Jackson State, he took classes, to get his degree and all that. And J-State was the first to hop on him and sign him. And he told him what he was going to do. He said he was going to bring eyes to the HBCU players. He did. That whole conference gained notoriety because of Deion. They was on ESPN, all that stuff. Even College Game Day went to Jackson State, which never happened. That's the first time ever that they've been there, or to any HBCU. Again, he got them all set up with deals for new jerseys, because they jerseys were trash. They got new helmets, new jerseys, and he said he's going to keep them there. He brought players and showed the black players, hey, you don't necessarily have to go to like a Colorado or a Power 5 school to be seen anymore. You can do it here if you want to do it here. And he proved that. So it's just, he did a lot. Now it's up to whoever that steps in, or the people that's still at the HBCUs, to keep it going. He gave you the blueprint. Now keep it going.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are mad. I'm excited to see what Deion does, honestly. A lot of people are mad. I probably would have felt some type of way if he didn't tell us up front, but he told us up front what he was doing. So
first week they play TCU week 1, so that should be interesting.
I might go to that game. That's down the street from me.
Won't be much of a game, I don't think.
And speaking of TCU, you got Jamoy. Shout out to Jamoy Hodge, Josh Newton for getting on with us last week. I pushed the wrong button. Shout out to Jamoy Hodge and Josh Newton getting on last week.
Yeah, you almost gave them that bad juju though, man.
Man, I got nervous. I said they would lose.
I was about to blame you for them losing it, for them not making it to the top 4.
I was like, they would lose as soon as they get on the show. I was like, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. But they didn't lose a spot because they was number 3, right? Going in the Big 12 championship, right? So yeah. But let's get right into it. Hopefully the intro play. If not, I will play it manually. Let's see. Let's get into the NFL. So it played, and I got chats going on top of my face. What is happening?
Oh, dang. Nice.
What is happening?
I mean, I thought the highlight would just be of Tom Brady's last minute drive there.
Man, get out of here with that. Oh, you know what? I didn't have. I was like, where the comments at? I didn't even have the comments on the first page, so I'm just now seeing your comments. Shout out to everybody on. Listen,
professional
man.
Streamer, bro.
Listen, man.
Jeez.
Things happen. So I was telling Tony off stream that last night I had everything set up, ready to go. And Bob Ruski said Colorado don't even have. Yeah, now that's the thing. If Colorado turned out and can't pay him, but he said he didn't. Deion said he didn't do it for the. Well, he said he didn't join J State for the money. He said he didn't leave J State for the money, even though part of the deal was to give his assistant coaches a better pay raise than what they was getting. Like he was donating half his salary so the coaches could get paid at J State. So
sounds like a good man. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know why the comments weren't showing up, but all right, I see y'all now. My bad, y'all. But yeah, like I was telling Tony off stream, last night I had everything set up for the podcast to go, and then I accidentally clicked something that changed the whole canvas of the overlays. And I literally had to redo every single overlay, not just for the sports podcast, but for the regular Twitch podcast. So that's like 10 to 12 pages of overlays and settings and all that I had to redo. Bruh. And if anybody stream, you know what it is when it comes to getting your sounds, your chat, the score that goes across the screen, which is out of place right now. I'm just all over the place this morning, y'all. Just all over the place this morning. But getting your logos and all that back on there, I had to redo everything. So if something is off today, that's why. But let's get into it. Around the NFL, I told him earlier, if he wasn't in here, that I did not check the YouTube to see who won this week. So I'm going to kind of go through the comments and predictions just to see who got whatever right as we go through it. And then we get right into it. So we starting off with the Bills and Patriots. The Buffalo Bills beat the Patriots 24-10. The Bills are now 9-3. Patriots are 6-6. D Webb got that right. King got that right. Rob got that right. We got the Steelers taking out the Falcons. I know you happy about that. 19-16. Hey. Steelers are 5-7. Falcons are 5-8. D Webb got that right. Actually, you know what? I'll just let y'all. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just let y'all know in the comment section after this stream that who got it right. Because that's just too much.
Just message the person. Yeah.
I'll just message you on YouTube. So the Packers take out the Bears. Aaron Rodgers still on the Bears. 28-19. Packers are 5-8. The Bears are 3-10. Detroit Lions put up 40 points on the Jaguars. They won 40-14. Jags are 4-8. Lions are 5-7.
The Lions did not punt all game.
Yeah, that's crazy. that is crazy. So Detroit, I believe, winners of 3 straight games right now. So shout out to
Dude,
Detroit.
they got something going. If you're Mr. Dave, who's a diehard, and all these other Lion fans, you gotta be happy what you're seeing. They're actually in the playoff hunt, believe it or not.
Yeah. So I'm back in on Detroit. A team that I'm still in on, even though they barely lost to the Vikings. The Jets lose 22-27. Vikings are 10-2. Jets are 7-5. And then this comedy act right here, the Commanders and the Giants end in a 2020 tie. Just hilarious. They need to get rid of these ties, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I know it's all about safety, and they don't want them to play like an extra quarter or two, but either make the overtime longer or
do it like
play
college.
it to what. I don't mind the college stuff, but I feel like if you're gonna keep it the way it is, but make the quarters longer. 10 minutes, it goes by too quick. It goes by really quick, and I think you should just make it 15, like the regular.
I mean, it's basically 2 drives.
Yeah, I mean, they're honestly they're expecting someone to score, either on the first or second drive of the game, which is not always the case, as we have seen in these couple of overtime games that we've gotten. But I think that was more on how the Giants were playing and the Commanders were playing more than time frame. They were just playing. They're playing scared, and the Giants could have tried to get in field goal range, but they could have won and missed. So
yeah, they missed, and they let the Commanders come back in the fourth quarter. They had the lead, and they let Taylor Heineke go down the field in the fourth quarter to tie it up. So I mean, I don't even know how to look at that, because I don't know how they do ties compared to L's. I heard it was better than actually taking the loss, but when it's close like this, you got a 7-5-1 versus 7-4-1, and they play again in 2 weeks. How does that affect them in the wild card when they're going up?
I think it hurts the Commanders more than the Giants.
Well, yeah, because the Giants have 4 losses.
Commanders needed that win.
Well, we'll see what happens. It's about to be real interesting in the NFC East, because the Giants take on the Eagles next, and then it's a rematch with the Commanders. So it's about to get real interesting. Speaking of the Eagles move to 11-1. They take out Tennessee 35-10 at home. Tennessee is 7-5. Jalen Hurts had his career day, 29-39, 380 yards, 3 touchdowns. What's the division record? Boss Man said, make sure y'all follow Boss Man as well. Both of them are, well, I don't know. That says home and away. I'll pull it up in a minute, because I'm not finna go to that page now. But we'll definitely get into that.
And the thing I was shocked about is how easily the Eagles beat the Titans. That game wasn't even close at all.
Well, the thing about the Titans is, if you get up on them early, you forcing them to throw the ball, which they can't do right now.
Yeah, they don't have nobody.
Yeah, so
wide receivers. So yeah, I mean, I see your point there, and man, AJ Brown showing the Titans why they shouldn't have let him go. Having himself a game as well.
Look, Jalen Hurts don't throw the ball deep that often, but when he does, number 11 is there, and he's gonna come down with it, or it's gonna be a flag. So, shout out to AJ Brown, man, and Jalen Hurts. They doing their thing out there. The Ravens barely escaped the Broncos, 10-9. Broncos are 3-9. Ravens are 8-4, but Lamar Jackson is injured. Mm-hmm. He's week to week. So
yeah, I guess I would. They're winning their division right now.
Right.
It's not looking mistaken. Good. I think the Bengals are just around the corner. I think the Bengals are maybe a game behind them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think you rest them next week and then start thinking about playing them again, because there's no reason to rush him back and possibly re-injuring himself, which didn't even look like much of an injury. Look at the replay. Luckily, he wasn't as injured as what was saying. They were making it seem like he was going to be out for the year, and Harbaugh had to come out there and be like, "Relax, calm down, everyone. He's okay." But I don't know. If you're the Ravens, you got to really take precaution on this. And
Yeah.
now, now the talks of, now Lamar screwed himself over of the money that he'll be making next year because he got hurt. Are you kidding me? This man's still gonna get paid. You could thank Deshaun Watson for that. This man's gonna get paid the money that he's asking for.
Right. It just might not be in Baltimore.
Right, exactly.
Which
so
I hate.
mean, the money is not going to be an issue for Lamar. I almost said Lamar Odom. Lamar Jackson. That's not going to be an issue for him. He's going to get paid. I just feel like people are overreacting on some of this stuff with him.
Max said, I don't want Lamar to become another RG3. Facts, man.
I hear you on that.
I really don't like a lot that I'm seeing in Baltimore, dude, because there was a highlight reel I posted on Facebook last week where they just kept dropping the ball, wide open drops last week. And I was like, it feels like they are sabotaging Lamar because even the play calling is so bad now this year. It's like it feels like they're trying to get away from paying him. So
well, it's weird because like you think if you have a quarterback like that, who we've seen injuries happen to all the time. You know, RG3, his career ended on an injury to his knee. So you would think that as a Ravens organization, as much as you want to utilize his legs because it is a weapon, why wouldn't you try and go out and get some receivers for this man? I get it. They got one of the best tight ends in the NFL, but you can't just rely on him. You got to give this man some help.
He's even dropping stuff now.
Yeah, and they've had opportunities to go out and get wide receivers to help him out, but it seems like the Ravens rather upgrade the defense than the offense. Like, why couldn't they go out and get? I mean, I know he's not a huge talented wide receiver, but you could have gotten a Claypool or a Brandon Cooks, or someone around those lines during the trade deadline to help out Lamar Jackson and free agency on top of that. It just seems like they're so concentrated on making that defense so legit that they forget about the other side of the field, and they rely so much on Lamar that I would look at other options, other teams if I was him, because
I think he is.
There's better teams out there that would help him out in the long run.
Yeah, man. I mean, even now, still in the free agency, like you still have the Will Fullers who can burn people over the top. He might not be the best route runner, but at least you got somebody that's a deep threat and got that speed. You mix that speed with Lamar's speed and Deshaun Jackson on the other side. There's no telling what you can do with these guys.
Has Deshaun Jackson even been a factor? Like, I haven't even seen.
He'd get one big play a game, but other than that, it's nothing really. But the play calling is bad. Yeah, like they run screens to the freaking fullback on 3rd and 12, and they do it consistently. Like it's bad. This is not the same play calling that's been happening. Like even at the beginning of the year when Lamar was balling, it's not even the same play calling as then. Like it's horrible, man. I feel like they sabotaging him, but hey, that's just me. That's just me. And if that's the case, I might not be a Ravens fan too much longer, honestly. So, but they are 8-4 somehow. They still 8-4. Russell Wilson, 189 yards, no touchdowns.
Bad, man.
This guy, man, he's just stealing money. It's just ridiculous, man.
That man is. I feel bad for Russell Wilson, man. I truly do.
I did last week. I don't now.
He came in there with. The hype was not him. The hype was the media and us as fans thinking the Broncos were going to be some sort of elite team now, and they're going to be a Super Bowl contender. And obviously, they're underperforming.
They should be.
I just feel like the expectations were truly high, and maybe he's crumbling under that pressure of being the main guy on the team. It's just I can't even explain to you what's going on in Denver. There's so many factors going on there, and we're probably going to lose our head coach at the end of the year as well. So
it's his first year.
Yeah, I would not keep him. Like, I think he's horrible. Like, it got
to be that. It got to be that, man. But this is of course they're picked to go to the Super Bowl because, again, if you look at the defense was already there. And then they just added players this year to the defense. The Randy Gregorys, the Bradley Chubbs, Pat Surtain, second year what's the safety name? Simmons. He was healthy this year. He got injured last year. He came in healthy.
They had Chubb as well at the time too.
Yeah, so
he
they still got a top 5 defense now, still. And then if you look on offense, you got Sutton, you got Judy, you had Gordon, but you got rid of him. Then the other running back, what's his name that took over Gordon's spot? I can't remember his name right now.
Was
it Williams? What's his name?
Yeah, I always forget his name, man. I want to say Jamal Williams, but that's not his name.
I can't remember the guy's name.
I'll get in a minute. Hold on.
But yeah, like he has the weapons. All they needed, everybody kept saying for the last 3 years, all Denver needs is a quarterback. They get that quarterback, so they thought, and he's trash. Like he's trash. So I don't feel bad for him no more. They traded a lot for him. They gave him a lot of money. He's gonna get paid regardless. I don't feel bad for him no more. But moving on.
Who was that running back? He doesn't even have it on their depth chart.
He might have got injured.
He is injured, but they don't even have him on the IR. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look at it because he got injured early. And shout out to everybody.
Talking about.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's joining on Twitch and YouTube. Much love to y'all. As we are live here, we are live on Dope Content.
Oh, the Titans GM got fired. Interesting.
What? Finally breaking news while we live.
Why did they fire their offensive coordinator who got drunk the night after they played their
man? Say, you know what? Yeah, we need to look into that for real.
That's funny.
Deshaun Jackson returns to his old team in his old state in Houston, and they beat the Texans 27-14. The Browns are 5-7. Texans are 1-10. Deshaun started off with an interception, so it was looking bad at first. But he got it together later on in the game. And let me see what he ended with. Let me pull it up real quick. He ended up with 131 yards, 12 of 22. So he really didn't do that good at all, actually. But the Cleveland Browns actually won the game. And for some reason, 10 of the ladies that are accusing him for whatever, for assault is there. Why?
It's just rubbing in his face, probably. That's what I'm assuming. Like, it's just.
But is it rubbing it in his face? Because he's on the field. He don't see them in the stands.
Yeah, I don't know why they were there, to be honest. Did they say? And they were all wearing Browns gear as well.
I ain't even gonna go there because that'll be a whole nother episode. That's starting to make me think otherwise of what they said about Deshaun Watson. I'm just saying, I'm not believing that no more as much as I was when it first came out. I'm just saying. And plus, he was already, proven to be innocent in court. But
Deshaun looked bad. I mean, he hadn't played in almost 2 years, so you got to expect him to look great out there. But he had his moments where he looked like straight trash.
Yeah.
Against the Texans team too, whose defense is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to give him some time to get back into the groove of things, and I'm sure next season the Browns will be a contender, a playoff contender at least. So it's the bright side of it. Yeah, they got the win, and I'm sure it felt good for Watson to go back to Houston and get to his old team.
Yeah, him, Amari Cooper, and Chubb are going to be nice once they all get together and get some time under their belt. But moving on, Seattle stayed in the playoff hunt as they take out the Rams 27-23. Seattle is 7-5, Rams are 3-9. Geno Smith had 367 yards.
Jeez.
And 3 touchdowns. So if you play Geno Smith in fantasy, good job for you because Geno balled and got you some points. The 49ers moved to 8-4 as their defense shut down the Dolphins and hold them to 17 points. Both teams are now 8-4. But now Jimmy Garoppolo is out for the season and they are down to their third string QB. What does this mean for the 49ers as far as you're concerned?
I still think they make the playoffs, but they're not going to the Super Bowl like everyone thought they had a shot to do. I don't know how good Brock Purdy is and how far he'll get them into the playoffs. But he's in a nice position. They're 8-4. It would have to absolutely have a collapse for them to not make the playoffs.
I
So I
still,
still, and I don't, and the division is now up in hands now because it's anyone's ball game for that division. Seeing that Garoppolo's out, Seattle's still playing it the way they are. Do they play again against each other?
I
Down the
don't
line?
know. Yeah, I have to check. I think they do have one more game.
If so, that's going to be a huge game. So I don't know. I feel bad. I don't want to say I feel bad for the Niners because they are a obstacle for my Bucks to play. If they make the playoffs. So tough blow, man. The Niners can't catch a break. They lose Trey Lance. Things are rolling for them, and then they lose Garoppolo, and they do play the Niners again. Play them week 15.
The
So,
Seahawks.
Yep. It's a Thursday night game.
I
as well.
honestly don't think it's that much of a drop off because Jimmy G was a
Wow.
bus driver.
Okay.
And Purdy came in. He actually looked decent. He actually looked pretty good, and he could run something Jimmy G couldn't do. And that was one of the reasons why they wanted Trey Lance to start, because Trey Lance could give him more, options on with the run game as well, using his feet. Jimmy G is not that special to me. I'm just saying they still, as long as you got the number one defense, which they do, they got a chance doing it. And then you got Debo and Christian McCaffrey. They can run and do what there's so many ways you can mix those two together. You still got Kittle. Trust me, any quarterback can go to that system right now and have some success. So they're still a dangerous team.
All right, we'll see what happens.
I'm still not sleeping on the 49ers. I'm sorry. That's not happening. And you hold Miami to 17 points, even though Tyreek Hill still went off for 146 yards and 1 touchdown. It's just, I'm still not sleeping on them. The Bengals take out the Chiefs. The Bengals are now 8-4. The Chiefs are 9-3. They win 27-24. Joe Burrow is 4-0 against Pat Mahomes. Any thoughts on that game?
Yeah, the Chiefs are a tough matchup the Bengals are a tough matchup for the Chiefs. Seems like they have their number. They know how to beat them. And the Chiefs better hope the Bengals don't lay in front of them in the playoffs. Because, the Bengals know how to handle the Chiefs. They know how to stop them. And they showed it again this week. They've showed it in the playoffs. They've showed it in a lot of huge opportunities for the Chiefs to make it somewhere. So, I don't know. I feel like the Bengals, at the end of the day, will probably win that division. Seeing how the Ravens lose Lamar for a couple of games and how they've been playing as of late. Who knew? The Bengals started off pretty rough, and they've been playing really, really good as of late.
Yeah, I agree. I still think the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, but that matchup with the Bengals is not good. Boss man said it'd be 49ers and the Eagles in the NFC title game. Nope, not happening. Hell no! But moving on, the battle of probably the two most frustrating teams in the NFL, the Raiders and the Chargers. The Raiders end up beating the Chargers 27-20. Chargers piss me off, and I'm not even a Chargers fan like that. That's how frustrating that team is right now. 6-6. The Chargers are 6-6. Raiders are 5-7. Herbert went off for 335 yards, only 1 touchdown, but Josh Jacobs is balling again. 144 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. Devontae Adams, 8 catches, 177 yards,
game, man.
2 touchdowns. So for your fantasy people, those are the players you wanted to play. They balled out. The Chargers, man.
Yeah, they're the most inconsistent team, and I feel like you said. I feel bad for Charger fans because they have a really, really good team.
Yeah.
It just seems like they can never have like 2 or 3 good games back. It's always they win 1, they lose 2. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know if it's the coaching or what, but my goodness, they are so much better than they are right now. And to be 6-6 and to probably not even maybe make the playoffs, it's sad. Like they are underachieving again. And I think it's time for a coaching change there. They need someone else in there to help them out because Herbert is just wasting his years away in LA right now.
Hold on. I look like I'm going to have to get somebody out of here. Let me see. Come in. I get a follow, then all of a sudden it's a...
Oh, it's one of those stupid people?
Yeah. So
yeah.
He is banned.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
And when I ban him, I gotta go block him. So let me do that now before I forget. Cause even if you ban them, they can still see you chatting all that crap. I don't care if it's a bot or not. I don't want them seeing nothing. If you banned, you blocked as well. So get this guy up out of here. And yeah, let's keep it moving. The Chargers, man, they pissed me off. I picked them last year to make the playoffs. They folded. This year it looks like they're folding. Like this year, I kind of give them a little pass because they had a lot of injuries at the beginning of the year. But it's still too much talent on their defense and offense for them to be this inconsistent. They have the quarterback, they have the running back, they got multiple receivers, they got a secondary. Even though J.C. Jackson got hurt, but you still got Samuel, Derwin James. You added Khalil Mack with Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now is it time to start thinking about the coaching change?
I think so. Yeah. I think you get rid of the coach, man. He's had his time there. Hasn't done nothing with them. They just can't seem to play at a high level week after week. They always lose games that they should be winning. You can't fire the quarterback, can't fire the running back. You got to go to the top tier, which is the coach. I think it's time for him to go. I really do.
And since we're talking about coach, that's a possible landing spot next year for Sean Payton.
It could be. Yeah, I mean if you're Sean Payton, that is a really, really good gig. Yeah, you got the Chiefs in your division and the Broncos who could be better next year. And same with the Raiders. They could be another team to be a problem. But what a great situation to go to with a great quarterback, solid offense. You probably need to pick up another wide receiver because Keenan Allen just can't stay healthy. and you got a pretty solid defense. Yeah, then you could add a few parts here and there, but that is a good job opening if it does happen. Yeah,
So, yeah, man, we'll see. It has to be coaching at this point because I don't understand it. How they can't just stay consistent with this team, with this roster that they have. I really don't get it. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully they can still get in there. I'm pulling for them. I like the Chargers. I'm not a fan like that, but I do like the Chargers. I'm on the same boat with you. I don't like cheer for them openly. Like, oh yeah, go Chargers. That fan base has been through so much shit. Yeah,
you know what I mean. From being the shitty Chargers in San Diego who never did much to actually had a good team with Breeze and then Rivers and Tomlinson and Antonio Gates and all them.
Yeah. And
then you get to the move. They lose their team in San Diego. They go to L.A. and the Chargers fan base has been through a lot.
Yeah, they're basically the L.A. Clippers of the NFL.
Yeah.
You got to share a stadium with the bigger L.A. team because they only care about the Rams and Lakers.
Yeah.
Really,
do they really care about the Rams though? Do they really care about the Rams?
Only when they're in the Super Bowl. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, they only like them when they're winning.
It's like J State fans that you only care about Deion when he's doing something for y'all. Shout out. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man. Who you think has a better chance of making the playoffs? Chargers 6-6, Raiders are 5-7, but the Raiders are getting hot. Who you think is going to have a better chance between those two?
I mean, at this point, I might have to go with the Raiders.
Damn.
Like the Raiders are starting to click on offense. You got that running game going. You got the throwing game. Adams has had 2 back-to-back really good games. So, and I saw the stats that he has. I think he's barely over 1,000 yards right now. He has almost 10 touchdowns or so like that. But you would have thought the way the Raiders are playing, he has nowhere near those numbers. He's actually having a pretty solid season.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. So that's been him. He's been the only consistent thing there, honestly. Him and Jacobs. Yeah. Moving on to Dallas Cowboys take out the coach dominating fashion. Tony is a hater. I understand. This is all good.
I played the Colts, bro. Get out of here.
Don't start that crap because the Eagles, everybody's number one team, just 2 weeks ago, beat them by 1 point. On a what? A touchdown by Jalen Hurts on a stupid defensive play call with like 2 minutes left in the game. I don't want to hear that. We put up 54-19. We scored 33 straight in the fourth quarter. I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, it's the Colts. Fuck out of here.
It's the Colts.
Nobody. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Jeff Saturday's second game as a head coach almost beat the Eagles. And it took a stupid play call on defense for Jalen Hurts just to run up the middle. I don't want to hear that. Now y'all want to, it's the Colts when the Cowboys beat them. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. I've been hearing it on ESPN, Fox Sports, all that crap all day. Even Skip Bayless. I give the Cowboys a 1 out of 10 because it's the Colts. But your bitch ass was just talking about the Eagles, the best team, because they came back from the Colts. They was down 10 to the Colts in the fourth quarter. We were up 2 at the end of the third and say, you know what? It's time to stop playing with these boys. 33 unanswered points. The most points, or the second most points in one quarter in history. In the history of the NFL. Now all of a sudden, it's just the Colts. Well, it was just the Colts 2 weeks ago then.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, all right. I don't want to hear that. Dallas are 9-3. We still coming for the Eagles. We'll see them soon because we got an easy win next week. We play the Texans. Like get out of here. That's hilarious.
Oh, Jesus.
Colts are 4-8. Tony Pollard, 91 yards. He actually started the game off. Zeke. Tony Pollard had the first drive. So Tony Pollard should start. There you go. Tony Pollard started. You happy now? Dak went for 20 for 30. He only had 170 yards, but he did have 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Zeke had 77 yards, 1 touchdown. Tony Pollard had 2 touchdowns. We held yet another top running back under 100 yards since the Green Bay game. Jonathan Taylor had 82, though. CeeDee Lamb looking like a number 1 receiver ever since. Dak Prescott has been back. He got 71 yards, 1 touchdown. Michael Gallup really didn't do much. That was pretty much the main thing there. And then the turnovers were big. We got 4 straight turnovers on 4 straight possessions in the fourth quarter, and 2 of them were returned for touchdowns. So, Cowboys, man. Cowboys looking good. Cowboys looking strong. I don't want to hear all that BS. It's just the Colts. I couldn't wait to get to that game because I already knew what people was going to. I knew you was going to say that. It's just the Colts. I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was going to, because that's all ESPN been saying. Like, it's just the Colts. Man, I don't want to hear that. 2 weeks ago, the Eagles do a huge comeback. The Colts is not an easy team to come back on. They got the run game and all that. Cowboys whoop their ass. It's just the Colts. Just the Colts. All right. Well, if it's just the Colts, we did what we supposed to do. We put up 54 on their ass. How about that?
All right. Fair enough.
When the Eagles put up 17.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, okay. Now, let's get your team out the way. Buccaneers escape the Saints.
Escape, baby.
17-16 in a whack Monday night game. Bucks are 6-6. Saints are 4-9. Tom Brady threw the ball 54 times just to score 17 points. 281 yards, 2 touchdowns. Leonard Fournette, 49 yards on the ground. Tom Brady got the game winning,
The GOAT. Let's get it right. The GOAT, baby. The GOAT.
The game winning touchdown at home against the paper bag wearing Saints.
Oh.
What you got to say?
What a game. What a game. What a game. Roller coaster of emotions. They should not have won that game, to be honest with you. Saints shot themselves in the foot several times in that game. Mark Ingram running out of bounds right before the first down mark. And then throwing it on third down and 1 instead of just running it. I don't know what the Saints were doing. I think they thought the defense could stop the Bucks because they had been all game. And I know it's just the Saints. The Saints have given Tom Brady an issue, not only with the Bucks, but in his career. Like he has a, it's just they know how to play against the Bucks
with Drew Brees and Sean Payton.
No, it is well, true. But it's that defense that causes the most havoc against the Bucks, because the Bucks have been shut out by the Saints before. They've only put up 3 points by the Saints before. So the Bucks have been stopped by that defense, and that defense knows how to play the Bucks. Granted, Lattimore wasn't there, so if he was there, he may have been a pretty key factor in the passing game. Let's give the Bucks some credit here. They were down 13 points with 5 minutes left in the game, and they ended up coming back and winning. Come on now. On a game-winning drive. Not only that, on a third, I think it was a third down or first down, one of the downs, they scored, and they got a holding penalty called on them. So it took away the score, backed them up, still with less time left on the clock, and they still ended up scoring. So props to the Bucks, props to my man Tom Brady, props to the defense showing up again, and fuck the Saints. Sorry, no offense.
How are you that happy about barely beating the whack ass paper bag wearing Saints? But you tell me it's just the Colts.
You were happy that the Colts lost to the Cowboys. They always beat them by 75 points.
Okay,
I can't be
exactly.
happy that we came down and won against a Saints team that is a tough team to play. Not like these whoopy ass Colts who are trash.
I bet you the Colts will beat the Saints
You're
now.
crazy. I bet the Saints would give the Cowboys a lot better of a game than the Colts did.
We beat them last year. It don't matter.
I don't care. Last year is last year.
We'll beat them
the
again.
Bucks. Yeah, the Saints would give you guys issues.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Hell no! They're better than the Colts. Come on, man. Let's be real.
Are they better than the Colts?
Yes.
In what? Not better at the run game. Defense
They
is
got Kamara.
questionable.
Oh, come on, man.
Defense is questionable because the Saints defense ain't that hot this year. They got names, but they're not that hot this year. You know that. You've been seeing them. They're not hot this year.
And you stopped it, Bob Ruski. I always gave the GOAT credit. Just not as much credit as I am now. He's the GOAT.
Rob, stop. You would not beat the Cowboys. You couldn't beat them last year when you had a better team. And look, they already turning on Honey Badger. That's hilarious.
Really?
You traded Marcus Williams. You traded the young guy for the old vet because he had a bigger name, you idiots. That's what you get. Now Williams is in Philadelphia balling, and y'all stuck with who you stuck with. Stupid.
Yeah, and the Saints gave up a first-round pick and to the Eagles, and they're gonna have like a top 5 to 10 pick now.
Yeah, like I really hate y'all right now. I really hate y'all because y'all helped Philly get great. Stupid team, just stupid team.
Yeah.
Then why you not playing Jameis Winston over what's his name, the quarterback?
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton. Are you serious? Jameis was 5-2 before he got hurt last year, and then he gets hurt this year, and you don't give him his job back.
They were sitting up on them crab legs, bro.
Hey man, the crab legs were winning more than Andy Dalton right now. Like this is stupid. Stupid.
Yeah, but hell of a win. Good job, Bucks. 6-6, baby. Moving on up.
6-6. Moving up in a division that you really only reason you get in the playoffs is because your division is trash. Because Atlanta keeps losing. And there was a chance for the Saints to actually make some moves for the playoff run, but that's over now. But let's get into these power rankings.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Look at that. The intros are playing today. I wasn't sure if they were all going to play or not, man, but they are playing. As you see, we got our last week power rankings still up. Tony top 5 was the Cowboys, Dolphins, Vikings, Eagles, Chiefs. Mine was the 49ers, Dolphins, Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs. Let me make sure the chat is up. There it is. Who won predictions? I'll look at it after the show. I told him I didn't get to look at it this week. I'll look at it after the show. It's Miss Dope birthday weekend, so this whole weekend was tied up. That's why we didn't have a budget cut podcast Sunday. And then I ended up going back to work today, so I didn't get a chance to look at it, but I'll look at it after the show. But yeah, here are our
Let's just
power
say
rankings.
you didn't win, Rob. How about that?
Yeah, look, Rob still owed the other one. He keep talking about the Cowboys. He ain't gonna get that other gift card I owe him. How about that? If I could get it pulled up so I could type it in, it's not letting me type right now. It's being very difficult. Come on, y'all. I want to be able to change it for this week. There we go. So let's delete these. And Tony, you're starting this week because I started last week. Once I get yours.
That's correct. You are correct.
Once I get yours cleaned off and ready. I'm doing it the hard way like an idiot. Rob say 49ers, Bills, Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs. That's interesting. All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right, so man, should I knock them out of the top 5 because of that loss? All right, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati Bengals at number 5. They've been playing a lot better as of late. I think they are becoming a team to look out for in the Super Bowl race. And I think they're gonna overtop the Ravens and win the division. So as of now, and they're winners of 4 straight.
You're doing too much now.
So let's go Cincinnati at number 5. Man, I can't do it. I was gonna put the Niners in it, but I can't because I would have to take out a team that I feel like is deservingly to be in there. All right, number 4. I'm gonna go Buffalo Bills. Winner of 3 in a row. They're 9-3 in the AFC. They're still looking like a team to look out for. I know you're not a believer in them quite yet, but I still think at the end of the day there will be it would be them and Chiefs in the AFC, top of the AFC, one of those two teams. So I'll have them at number 4. Number 3, I hate to do this, man. Dallas Cowboys, number 3. They're looking like a top NFL team, one of the best in the NFC, maybe the best NFC team, right behind the Eagles. I do think they're going to be a team to be reckoned with in the playoffs. So I got them number 3. Number 2, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they dropped down a notch after their loss against the Bengals. I have them at number 2. I still think they're the best team in AFC, but I do think they have their flaws. And if they played the Bills right now, I think the Bills might beat them. So I'm going to go with Kansas City at number 2. And number 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles at 11-1. A dominating performance against the Titans. They're still 5-0 at away. So I feel like they're going to be a tough team to be out in the playoffs. I left out the Vikings because I think they're pretenders. I was a believer in the Vikings, but I think they're pretenders, man. I think they're very easily an out in the playoffs. And even if they have that home field advantage, I still think whoever goes in there and plays them, maybe not the Bucks, but if it's the Niners or the Cowboys or the Seahawks, I think they could beat them. I think the Minnesota is a little bit soft. My opinion. So I got them out. And the Niners. Niners are almost there. The top 5.
That's a tough list. I can't even get mad at because I'm fighting with my last 2 with 4 and 5. I know the top 3, but I'm fighting with 4 and 5 because it's really a battle between the Bengals, Bills, Niners, and Vikings. So I got 4 teams battling for the last 2 spots. So look, Rob done changed his top 5 already. He said he forgot the Chiefs loss. What that mean? That's 1 L. I'm trying to think between these 4 teams. So if they were to play today head to head, I'm gonna do I still take the 49ers over the Bengals right now.
Okay.
So I got the 49ers because that defense defense wins championships, and that defense is championship ready.
And you got to think, too, the Bengals are winning games, and they don't got Joe Mixon.
That's true. But they still got Higgins, they still got Burrow, and they still got Chase.
And they won a couple of games without why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Yeah. So even despite the injuries to their key players and key positions, they're still winning.
Yeah, I'm still taking.
Oh yeah, they got Chase back. Yeah, they lose Chase for a couple of games, still won those, and then they lose Mixon, get Chase back, and they're still winning. So it's like the wide receiver depth is unbelievable with Higgins and then Boyd. And who else do they have? I know they have someone else. And
it's pretty much those two. Yeah, it's pretty.
And then they got a decent tight end group. So yeah, I mean, Mixon's a huge part of their offense. You got fucking Pirine looking great out there.
Yeah. And as far as number 4, I got the Vikings still.
Okay.
Vikings. Only reason I'm putting them ahead of the Bills because they actually beat the Bills head to head in Buffalo. So. And as far I see them as even teams, so when it comes to those two, I'm gonna take the team that won head to head. Number 3, I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
Don't you do it? Don't you do it? I already know what you're gonna do. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It is Eagles number 2.
Don't do it. Oh.
Eagles number 2. I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts had his best game yesterday.
Man.
I get it. I thought I really listen. This is what was going to happen. I was actually going to put them at number 1 when I was watching them play Tennessee because they was killing Tennessee, and I was like, you know what? They number 1 team hands down. And then 54 points happened.
It's the Colts.
The same Colts that the Eagles barely beat and only scored 17 points on. All right, so Cowboys, because Cowboys will beat the Eagles in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whenever they play. And there you go. That is the top 5. I promise you, I was going to put the Eagles at number 1 until 54 points happened. And then I was like, I still believe in Dallas more than the Eagles.
Ridiculous.
Hey, you keep hating. I mean, at least my team in the top 5. Your team is not making top 5 all year. I haven't seen Tampa in here at all.
Tougher schedule, bro. Tougher schedule.
He said the Cowboys allowed 19, Eagles allowed 16, and we put up 54. What the hell are you talking about? Rob, 54. 33-0 in the third quarter.
Don't lose to the Texans
in the
next
fourth
week.
quarter.
All I'm saying, y'all better not lose to them Texans.
Rob, why are you even talking? You get the paper bag, cut the eyes out, and put them back over your head, and go back to being an original Saints fan like y'all been before that one fluke-ass Super Bowl that y'all was riding high off the Katrina and all that stuff hype. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's back to reality for y'all. Paper bag Saints matching your helmets and your colors, your black and brown. So it's not black and gold. It's black and brown. Black jerseys, paper bag. For you. That's the top 5 power rankings. Let's get into, what is it, week 14 we coming into?
Yeah.
Let's get into week 14, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you saw that CD Lamb transition right there. I know you like that. First down pointing to the. I know you like that. There you go. Y'all wasn't expecting that one. That was a new one right there. But y'all know what it is. Leave your comments on YouTube. I don't care if you're watching live on Twitch or on dopecontent.com. If you don't leave your comments on the YouTube video, you will not have a chance to win an Amazon gift card or a free Dope Content shirt or hoodie or whatever. So let's get right into it, man. We got the Raiders at the Rams.
Well, that's Thursday night too. Oof.
Typical Thursday night.
Raiders. Rams are awful.
Yeah, the Raiders got to win that. I mean, the Raiders are trying to push for a playoff. I don't know what the AFC looking like. I'm going to look into it after this. But I know they're trying to make a push to see what they can do. I got the Raiders as well. Jets versus the Bills. Ooh.
That should be a good one. It's in Buffalo?
Yep.
I just don't. I'm not a believer in Mike White yet, man. I'm just not a believer in Mike White yet.
Me either.
So I'm going to go Bills.
Bills are favored by 9.5.
You'd really need that Jets defense to be on their super A game.
I can't believe they played. Is Falco? Not Falco. I said Falco. That is his name, right?
Flacco? Yeah, I don't know why they're not playing him.
Flacco. Is he hurt?
I don't know. I don't know why they're not playing him.
Because he was top 5 in passing before, Wilson came back, and then they put him on the bench, and they're not going to give him a chance again. They will. I don't get it. But, hey, what up, Push Play?
What up? You doing?
I'm going to take the Jets in the upset. That'll be.
Oh, your upset pick. Okay.
I think the defense is going to give Josh Allen. Josh Allen will throw 2 picks this game.
Okay.
Clip it now. Clip it. Whatever you want to do with it. Jets will beat the Bills because Josh Allen throws 2 picks this game. Clip it.
Okay.
Browns at the Bengals.
I'm gonna go Bengals. They're playing too well right now. Sean's second game back. I think it's just asking for too much. I think Bengals.
Yeah, I got Cincinnati as well. They're favored by 6 at home. Houston at Dallas. You better not. Don't.
My upset pick of the week. Houston over Dallas.
But I'm the hater. Y'all call me the hater. He picks any team against Dallas every week, no matter how ridiculous it is. At least I've picked the Bucks when I knew the Bucks was going to win.
Houston are going to show up for that game.
At least I picked the Eagles when I know the Eagles are going to win. He just biased. He hates the Cowboys. This is why the Cowboys won't make it past top 3 in his power rankings. At least I switched mine around.
They made it up. They went up a notch on my power rankings, though. So
man,
there you go.
Get out of here. That's disrespectful. Cowboys, man, by 20 plus. Stop. Jeez. What's wrong with you, man? Get out of here. Minnesota at Detroit.
I'm going to go upset. I'm going to say Detroit.
Detroit is actually favored by 2.5.
Really? So it's not an upset then. You're right. See, Push Play knows what's up. Yep, exactly. Yep.
Push, because we dropped 54. 33 in the fourth quarter. You missed the rant earlier. Because you know what? You know what I heard 2 weeks ago? Push, since you here bringing it up. Oh, when the Eagles came back from 10 down in the fourth quarter against the same weak-ass Colts, oh, man, the Eagles are the greatest team ever. Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. We put up 54, 33 unanswered in the fourth. And he's just the Colts. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't want to hear that shit. I don't care. You did say something. You brought up 54 points. It's like you feeling themselves. You're right. Your team is ass too. Push. Damn. He's a Raiders fan. He a Raiders fan.
Oh, yeah. We might. Yeah, Bucks Cowboys first round of playoffs, possibly. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
I can't wait. But, dang, man, this is a tough game. It shouldn't be tough, but it is a tough game. Detroit is at home, winner of 3 straight. They're playing hot. You know what? I want to go for Detroit because for multiple reasons. It'll be good for Detroit. And they're really playing for Dan Campbell right now, which I like because they were trying to get rid of Dan Campbell, and I didn't like that.
It's ridiculous.
So,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to take Detroit too, just for personal reasons. I want Detroit to win for Dan Campbell, and I want the Vikings to lose. That'll be their third loss, and we'll jump them in the standings. So I'll go for Detroit for that reason alone. Jaguars at Titans.
Oh, man, the Titans are... I don't know, man. I was really high up on the Titans, man, and they have let me down these last couple of games. But they are playing the Jags, who just got whomped by the Lions. So I'm gonna go. Titans.
I got Tennessee at home as well. This is a good one. This is an important one. Eagles at the Giants.
I want the Giants to win to keep the division interesting, but I think the Eagles win.
Upset of the week, Giants will beat the Eagles at home.
Oh, okay.
Because they really can't afford another loss right now. Or a tie. They can't afford either one right now. That's the only reason. Because I think, of course, we know the Eagles are the better team. But the Giants, they had a crowd, behind them pretty strong. This is a very important game. And the Eagles still have a problem stopping the run game. Saquon and Daniel Jones might have a big game. on the ground. So I'm gonna take the Giants for that reason alone, just because they really need it. So, and F the Eagles right now. That's all I'm gonna say. But Baltimore at Pittsburgh.
These games are always ugly, man.
It's really about to be ugly without Lamar.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh, dude. Go Pittsburgh.
That wouldn't even really be a shocker considering. But I'm gonna still take the Ravens. The Ravens needed to. They got Cincinnati on their behind, so I feel like the Ravens will find a way to pull it out. Kansas City at Denver.
Oh, I mean Kansas City.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chiefs all day. Ooh, Tampa Bay at San Francisco.
Oof. It's gonna be a tough game for the Bucks. I'm gonna pick Bucks, but I will not be surprised if they lose. Because that's a tough matchup, even with Purdy as quarterback. Their defense is really good, and they got the weapons everywhere with McCaffrey and Ebo and Ayuk and all that. I'm gonna go Bucks though. You call it a homer pick, that's fine. But I do think the Bucks win.
Bucks will lose by 10 or more points. Clip, Mark, book that, clip it, whatever you want to call it. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, whatever, clip that. The Bucks will lose by 10 points, 10 or more points.
All right. Okay. All right.
Carolina at Seattle.
Seattle.
I got Seattle too in that. This is an interesting game. Miami at the LA Chargers.
Damn, man.
That's an interesting game. Chargers really need this win.
Yeah, I mean they. I'm gonna go Miami.
I mean I guess that's the easy route, but Chargers really do need this win, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, once we get to this point of the season, I start thinking about not who's the better team, but who really needs to win and who's going to play like it, like they're in the playoffs already. Chargers, they so frustrating. That's tough. Miami is favored by 3. You took Miami. I'll take the Chargers, I guess.
Okay.
Just to make it interesting, but I'm really not confident at all in that pick, right? I'm gonna just do it because you picked Miami.
I don't blame you.
And then this game, Monday night, Patriots at the Cardinals.
Patriots.
I got the Patriots as well. That is the Week 14 predictions. Y'all already know what it is. Leave your comments on YouTube for a chance to win Amazon gift card. It's Christmas time. Or
there you go.
Free dope content merch. And shout out to my members on YouTube that's joined the membership on YouTube. Shout out to my subs on Twitch, which is not nearly as much as we used to be. Maybe because I don't do wrestling anymore, but that's cool. The subs are high when I'm showing illegal wrestling content all the time. But when I'm doing illegal stuff, they disappear.
Funny how that works, right?
Yeah. So the bye weeks for this, bye week teams, I should say: Falcons, Bears, Packers, Colts, Saints, Commanders. So
damn,
that's a lot to be late in the season, ain't it?
Yeah, damn.
That's crazy. But let's keep it moving. Let's get into the NCAA. Going up. I just got a sub from somebody. Now my price is going up. Push play the DJ with the sub on Twitch. It's weird because I always have the music. I still got the music and notifications up, but it's not up above the screen where I can see it anymore on the sports podcast.
Right.
So I just hear the music and I'm like, what's that? Where's it coming from? So shout out to Push Play, man. Make sure you follow my guy Push Play as well. Oh man, I'm missing a logo right here. It was the NCAA and the trophy logo, but it's not there. Oh well, but y'all know what it is. The Final Four teams have been selected. We now know what the playoffs are. We now have the matchups. It'll be Georgia taking on Ohio State. Oh, you good, Push. I appreciate the sub. And then you got Michigan taking on TCU. And let's get to how this happened. Let me get to the scores. There was a busy weekend in college football And even though I was throwing Mrs. Dope a birthday party, I had my eye on college football because I knew it was gonna be crazy. Utah upsets USC 47-24. Caleb Williams got hurt in the first quarter, and it just kind of went downhill for USC. He couldn't run no more. He could barely walk. I felt bad for him. I legit felt bad for him. So I'm like, this is the wrong game to get injured in. But so USC was number 4. They knocked out. Rob was the biggest Utah fan all Saturday, tagging me. He's writing on YouTube posts that had nothing to do with football. And he's sitting there writing, Ohio State, this and that. We never for it thanks to Utah. Like, shut up. Y'all trash, and y'all will be bounced first game. LSU gets thrashed by Georgia 50-30. So LSU stays number 1. Michigan handles Purdue 43-22 in the Big Ten championship. Kansas State with the upset over TCU. I was like, oh, man.
Give them that bad juju, bro.
We didn't jinx them. We didn't have Jamoy Hodge and Josh Newman come on, and they turn around and lose, man. But they're still number 3 because, I mean, it just wouldn't make sense for them to put a 2-loss team in front of them.
I thought they would, man. I thought maybe Alabama would jump in there.
Yeah,
because of that bias. But I'm happy for TCU.
So TCU held on. Clemson beats North Carolina to win the ACC championship, and then that's what it was. So top 4 teams. Once again, Georgia will play Ohio State. Then Michigan will play TCU, and the winners will play each other. How do you see it playing out?
I think the obvious picks are Georgia and Michigan in the championship game. I just don't think Ohio State beats Georgia. Georgia's just on another level right now. I would love to see the Buckeyes win. I have a soft spot for them, but I just don't think Georgia pulls it off, man. I think Georgia pulls it off. I don't see Ohio State having that much firepower or their defense being able to stop them and able for Georgia not to beat them. Michigan TCU could be interesting. I just don't think TCU is good enough to beat Michigan in that Michigan defense.
And that run game, that's what they had a problem with K-State was the run game. Michigan got that run game. Ohio State know about it.
So TCU, hell of a season. Even if they lose in that first game, they have a lot to be proud of because, no one had TCU and at the end of the year being here. So props to them being here. Hell of a season. They didn't win the Big 12 championship, but that's okay. They're going to be a problem next year as well. And hell of a season for TCU, but they're just not going to beat Michigan. I think it's Georgia, Michigan, and Georgia winning.
I will probably have to agree. I want to be biased and pick TCU after having the players on, but it was always Georgia and Michigan for me this year.
Yeah, if TCU miraculously beats Michigan, I'm sorry, but TCU's going to get crushed by Georgia.
Dang.
They're going to get crushed. Let's be real.
Yeah, I said it a couple weeks ago, Georgia's the best team in college football. So I think you asked if they lost the SEC championship, would I take them out my top 4? And I was like, no. They're still the best team in college football. So I think Georgia will win it all. The Michigan, I think they're going to handle Ohio State with no problem. But the Michigan TCU game, it will be interesting to watch. If TCU can stop the run, then it'll be a better game. But if they let them guys run like Kansas State, then it's a wrap.
Right. Absolutely.
That's going to be the thing, the run game for Michigan, which Michigan has a great run game. So TCU, Jamoy and them they better step it up. Jamoy's middle linebacker, so that's part of his position, his thing to stop that run. So we'll see. Rob swear they gonna get to play Michigan again. Like, bro, you're one and done. You don't belong there. That's who should have been replaced by Alabama is Ohio State.
Damn.
Because Alabama's better than Ohio State. Hell, Tennessee is better than Ohio State. So, like, I wasn't happy to see Ohio State in there at all. That was the one team I was like, that's crap. But it made sense because you talking about 2 undefeated teams and 2 teams with 1 loss, and you trying to skip 2 SEC teams with 2 losses in front of them. So I get it, but Ohio State, I don't think Ohio State is better than Tennessee or Alabama. So and it's about to be proven because Georgia's about to whoop that ass. I'm just saying. So I got Georgia winning, and we'll probably come back over because they don't start the playoffs until I believe January. So
yeah, about 2 more, like till I think New Year's Eve or day, something like that.
yeah, so we'll most likely come back and cover this again and see if anything changed, if somebody get injured or scouting or whatever. If something happens, we change our opinions from what we have today. But right now, we both got Georgia winning the championship.
I know one of the Ohio State wide receivers is sitting out for this game because of the draft.
He's sitting out a playoff game?
Yeah.
It's a playoff game.
Yeah. He's getting criticized for it, but yeah, it's not like one of the, he might be a top tier, but he's sitting out.
Oh, he's already
injured?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, now, if he's just healthy and he decides to sit out, that's stupid. All right. Because that's where the scouts really going to be looking at him, the playoff game, to see what you do under the big lights, on the big stage. So, okay. Well, that is the show, ladies and gentlemen. We started it off with Deion, as y'all see. Talked about Coach Prime. Where's my chat? There you go. Start off with Coach Prime and all that, man. Did that earlier. And then we gave Mrs. Dope a happy birthday. So another happy birthday to Miss Dope. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking NBA today. Trae Young got into it with a coach and decided he wanted to sit out a game. That's all. So shout out to Miss Dope. Happy birthday. If you want to show her love, her Cash App will be pinned on the comment section on YouTube and all that. If y'all into doing that stuff, if not, you know what it is. You know we don't care either way. We just put it out there.
Sure.
But yeah, it was a good episode today. Tony, anything you want to? Oh, no. Let me ask you this. That's what I forgot. And this is actually the topic of the freaking show today. Can all NFC East team make the playoffs, and will they? And if not, which team is going to miss out?
I say no, and I'm going to say the Commanders miss out.
So you think the Giants?
I honestly don't think Giants or Commanders make it.
Really? You got two missing.
Yeah, I think the Giants are going to start losing. But if I had to pick out of the four, realistically, I mean, the Giants are still in the playoff, and they would have to lose quite a bit to miss it. Same with the Commanders, but if I had to pick over the Giants or Commanders, I'm going Giants.
So the Commanders have to play the Giants one more time in 2 weeks, and then they play Dallas again. Mm-hmm. I think they done. Yeah, they're done with the Eagles, so they don't have to worry about the Eagles no more. And the Giants are done with the Cowboys, but they got the Eagles next, and then right after the Eagles, it's the Commanders again. Ooh,
it's tough.
Dang, I'm trying to think. You said you thought if you had to pick one, you said it was the Commanders that's missing. I think the Commanders will make it over the Giants.
Oof.
If it's three teams that get in, I think the Commanders will sneak in over the Giants. But the Giants really need to beat the Eagles Sunday to have a chance. Because they lose to the Eagles and then turn around and lose to Washington again. Well, lose or tie Washington. It's not looking good for them. So that's crazy. It's gonna be interesting to see, man. We'll see. Because that's
some
crazy.
Interesting games down the stretch to see who's in and who's not. Because Giants have been that team to be in the mix the whole year, and now things are starting to get a little bit rough waters for them. See how they're able to contain it.
Well, we'll see what happens, man. Thank y'all for joining. You got anything you want to shout out today?
Nope, not it. That's it, guys. I'm good to go. Thank you for having me as always. Fun to always talk sports with you guys, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir. Make sure. We're still waiting on Tony to send me the shirt size so I can send him his stuff that he keep forgetting. But shout out to everybody that came through today. They always come through the sports podcast. Much love to y'all. We are steady growing. To those who missed the announcement, we are over 2,000 on YouTube now, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're shooting for 2,500. Yeah, Rob. He say that he say that every week, and he forget every time, bro.
I know, man.
But I still owe Rob a gift card. I'm gonna go to the last video and see who won the predictions last week, and I'll let y'all know in the comment sections for that one because I didn't have a chance to this weekend. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Keep spreading the word, man. We're trying to get more people to watch the show consistently. We get people.
Said Lamar suffered a sprained PCL during Sunday's win. PCL injuries often sideline players 1 to 3 weeks.
Lamar Champion talking about you really can't trust a man who has never watched all the Star Wars movies to remember his shirt size. What up, Lizard? So yeah, we over 2,000 on YouTube. We steady trying to grow that and get more people in there. I'm gonna drop an exclusive video for the YouTube members today of a recap of the weekend that I threw for Mrs. Dope. So that's what the YouTube membership is gonna be like. Like you get to know some more personal stuff, and I have that type of content for you guys, so you can know what the life is like. And then
there you go. I just messaged you my information. There you go.
All right, cool. Finally, Tony gave us the information, ladies and gentlemen. So now we can get them. I owe them 2 shirts. So I got them coming for me. They'll be there by Christmas. There you go, Christmas presents right there.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, I'll make sure to get Tony's shirt. Rob, I still owe you a gift card that I'll get to you sometime this week. And then we'll see who won last week, and then we'll keep it moving, man. Much love to y'all. Y'all be safe. Until next time, man, we are out.
Peace.